So we have a whole group here. Which one's Maggie?
She ain't.
Okay.
Child abuse and neglect rob so many of our society's children of their childhood and their sense of security and well-being. While no one can do everything, everyone can do something. Together we can do anything. Together we can prevent child abuse.
It's up to us, not someone else, to make a difference in the life of a child. While April is recognized nationally as Child Abuse Prevention Month, every day should be about the prevention of child abuse. Preventing child abuse is possible if we make the right choices and change for our children.
Reach out. Everything you can do to support kids and parents can help reduce child abuse. Raise the issue and remember the risk factors.
Recognize the warning signs.
Report suspected and abuse and neglect.
Okay, let's give all our kids a big hand. Okay. Okay, next we have Alex Cancer.
Today's children in Kentucky's future. Today's children are Kentucky's future leaders, parents, and workers. Our state's future depends on their healthy development and growth. With support of our community and nurturing families, all of Kentucky's children can thrive and have the opportunity to grow into caring, contributing, and healthy adults. Throughout the month of April, we want to remind Letcher County that we need to help our community and families create healthy, nurturing environments for children. This is one of the best investments Letcher County can make.
Thank you. Next we have Judge Sam Wright. He'd like to say a few words.
Thank you. Hello. I'm Sam Wright. I'm circuit judge here. And I've seen the tragedies that occur when our children are abused. Back in 1991, 92, when I was trying to decide if I wanted to become a judge, then district judge, I sat and thought about the demands of the job, what it entailed, what needed to be done, and whether I could do that and do it well enough. And the one thing that caused me the most concern about becoming a judge was whether I could take someone's child away from them. Because what do I envision? What do most people envision? I think of my two sons. And I can't imagine that there would be some circumstance, some time where it'd be appropriate, needed, and I would take, or somebody could take them away from me. But when I became judge and I heard the cases, they came before me. My reaction wasn't, can I do this? It's, why is it taking so long to get these cases to me? Why are these children going through such terrible, terrible situations and times? You don't know unless you see there and hear it. I can still remember as district judge, one of the first cases I heard, it was an abuse case that took place the day I was sworn in as district judge. After hearing that, we were here till 10 o'clock that night, hearing the case, going over the evidence. I ruled in it. And that night I was so upset, so agitated that I went home, and I know at 4 o'clock that morning I still had not been able to sit down or lay down. It is horrible to see what comes through and what these children go through. And our laws need to be revisited. We need to think them through. I think many of them were written before people understood the phenomenon or by when the people are not fully familiar with it. Right now, as the social workers will tell you, they have to repeatedly try to reunite the families. And that's great if it can be done. But how long and how many times do these children have to be the experimental pawn there and go through this when the adults have not straightened up, are not getting right, are not taking care of them. This is something that needs to be looked at, our laws viewed and fully explored, and look about revision so that we can intervene sooner and prevent children from being harmed. It's wonderful to see the support for this tragic and terrible issue. And thank you all for coming out. Thank you for supporting the efforts. And let's work to try to improve the tools we all have to work with. I want to say thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge Wright. Next, we have Kerrigan Bowling. She's going to give us some of the statewide statistics.
Today, more people are aware of signs and symptoms of children abuse and neglect. More companies are engaged in public awareness efforts. However, the work is far from over. In 2012, 21,669 children were substantiated as a victim of abuse or neglect in Kentucky. This is an average of more than 59 children per day. More must be done to protect children and strengthen families. Remember, it's your turn to make a difference.
Thank you so much. This year, or last year's statistics for Letcher County, we received 539 calls that met our acceptance criteria. We worked with over 399 families that involved approximately 660 children. There were 318 children involved in substantiated or services needed reports. Our ongoing team provided case planning for 126 families and has successfully closed at least 75 of those. This means more than likely children were reunited with their parents. I'd like to say that child abuse and neglect is a community problem. We want to encourage all of you to stand together to not only increase awareness of child abuse, but to prevent child abuse. We have another little group, the Silver Spinners, who are going to perform for us.